Well, hello there, everybody. Big Dan here at Emotiva World Headquarters. I'm sitting here with the beautiful Miss Cathy.
Hey, everyone.
And the inimitable tone lone Lonnie Vaughn himself.
That would be me.
And we're sitting here with the steady hands of Dawn at the console, fingers gracefully dancing over the faders like an artist like Bob Ross, painting one of those beautiful landscapes. I think I've probably used that analogy way too many times now. But
yeah, you need
here we
to
are.
find a new one.
I'll get a new one next time. In the meantime, here, big celebration today.
That's right.
And no, not my upcoming birthday, Lonnie. Something even more important than that. The mighty.
That's what you were talking about.
No. That's trivial compared to the mighty MR1 that's just hit the streets.
Yeah, we affectionately refer to as the Beast.
The Beast, the mighty BaseX MR1. 11.2 channel AV receiver. You may have seen the web pages up on it now, and of course my stunning and brilliant performance.
That's right.
On the video there. I hear I'm up for a Tony for that, or an Oscar or something.
Something along those lines, right?
I
the
think
People's Choice Award.
Yeah, something.
People's
Probably
Choice.
not a Tony. That's when you're in theater.
America's Got Talent? No, probably not that. But anyway, as you can see from my excitement, both here in the studio and on the video, that the MR1 is something special. We talked a lot about it in detail in the video, but I thought I'd bring Lon in here and we talk a little bit about it before we got into the business of the meeting, or the podcast. And that thing is I would call it the unreceiver, in the sense that when Lonnie and I were talking about doing a receiver, we've had a lot of people asking for it for a long time, and we said, well, if we're going to build a receiver, it can't be
just another receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what do we get phone calls on? Everybody's got a receiver, and they want to put an amp on it.
Now, I think we made a huge strategic error, Lonnie.
Why?
Well, if they start buying our receivers, they're not going to need to buy our amplifiers to go with them.
Yeah.
Well.
I guess we won't
you give the
corner the
people what they
entire
want.
receiver market. So there's probably still some room for the other guys out there.
There's plenty of room for everybody. And it is one of those things. That's what we get calls on every day. I need an amp for my receiver.
Yeah. So
if
we
you're
said,
gonna
let's build a
build
receiver that you don't need to go out and buy an amp immediately after you buy a receiver.
Put a real amp in it.
Yeah. So 160 watts into 8 ohms, 290 watts into 4 ohms, 2 channels driven. Now, why 2 channels? Because that's all the AB receivers are rated.
Or one channel.
Or 1 channel driven. And then at, 6 ohms, not 4 ohms, all these little, 10%
Caveats.
THD and all the disclaimers that are cleverly hid.
Right.
But the one thing we do, which I'm very proud of, is we rate all 11 channels.
Yes, we do. No one else does.
No. So we rate it just like a real power amp. So full disclosure ratings, and we invite comparison. And I think if people get their hands on these things, I know the reviewers that have had them have been blown away by them. And I think once you guys get them at home, if you've been on the fence about going with separates, but you want an elevated listening experience and elevated build quality, I really would invite you to take a look at the new MR1. It's really special. And Lonnie, excellent job.
Oh, the whole
Nice
engineering
piece.
team.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
was a lot of work. And
I'll say thank you for everybody.
Yeah, and a lot of nice, useful features. It's just easy to hook up and run, which I like.
Yeah, it's got everything you need.
Nothing you don't.
Nothing you don't. And the most important thing is it works like our processor. It's got all the same stuff, and it's real. I mean, it's got the power.
Yeah, and it's built really well. I just we've opened up a lot of AV receivers in the last year or two, and
all garbage.
Well, I don't want to be so.
Well, I'm not calling anyone out specifically, but they are.
But it's they're disposable products by and large. There's a few exceptions and a few outliers, but the vast majority of the products are essentially disposable.
Yeah.
And that's just not our mentality. And I mentioned in the podcast a little bit, but we will have an upgrade path on the decode and HDMI side for the MR1 and its ilk when the appropriate time comes. Right now, there's nothing immediate, but the cool thing about when you buy from us, you're buying into this idea of a lack of planned obsolescence. So you can buy this with confidence, knowing that we're going to be around and we're going to shepherd you through the inevitable changes in technology that take place without having to throw away a perfectly good 11-channel monster power amp.
And it's so much easier for a lot of people because it fits in one chassis. They don't have to have a lot of stuff. There's not complicated wiring to it.
Yeah.
It just makes for actually a large number of people.
It simplifies your life.
It
quite a bit.
simplifies their life a lot.
Yeah. So anyway, give it a try. Take a look at it. I hope you guys are well pleased by it. We've put a lot of effort into it, and I hope it rings a bell with you. Speaking of ringing a bell, Kathy, time to get to work. It's time to start class. What do we got going on business-wise?
Well, excuse me, I haven't talked in a while, and we've got the factory renewed sale still going on. A lot of stuff is out, but I
It's
think
moving quick.
it's moving quickly.
Quick.
Yep.
If you see it and you want to grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't wait.
Quantities limited to supplies on hand.
Mm-hmm.
The factory renewed sale goes well, and we're going to be doing a couple trade shows, I think.
Yes. I'm really excited about going to Montreal.
Yeah.
I was thinking Quebec. But
Yeah, I know. We
same
keep
thing,
saying.
yeah.
Well, they speak French in Montreal.
Yes.
I think. Parlez-vous français?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be saying that a lot during the thing. That's the only thing I know in French.
Didn't
I know oui.
Danielle speak French?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could at least pick up a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should take her.
Yeah, we should. She doesn't travel well, though. No, she does fine. She only one time when she was young was she a pain in the butt to travel with, but she's grown since then. We've got Montreal coming up.
And that's
which
in
will-
March.
In March.
Yes.
And then we have Expona.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's April 14th through 17th.
That's going to be a good thing to get back to. You know, we had a little, we didn't know if we were
Hiatus?
going to go, but we took a hiatus.
Yes.
And we ran to Mark Fried in, of all places, Poland. And we weren't planning on going to Expona this year, but Mark and I have always gotten along well. We had a nice talk, and I believe we might have drank some fine whiskey together. And one thing led to another, and we said, all right.
Now we're going.
Now we're
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
So
It's always a fun show.
yeah, we're looking forward to seeing everybody there. And we'll get back into it. We're going to have, we'll be there, and we'll have some new stuff, including the mighty MR1 and a couple surprise pieces that you're not aware of yet. So I hope to see you in, probably not Montreal, maybe in Montreal, but for sure in Expona in Schaumburg, Illinois. Always a fun place to go hang out. So that's some exciting stuff. You have any other pieces of work that you want to talk
We'll
about?
start putting that up on our website here pretty soon. The MR1 launch has really kept our team super busy working on it, and new landing pages and all that.
Oh, man, they were working like
extra,
crazy to
yeah.
get all that
A
done.
lot more
Details.
information. And
Yep.
don't forget that brilliant video I did.
And then that.
And
yes.
And that was something else.
And Don did
Yeah.
did a masterful job of editing.
Yes, it was quite the undertaking. I asked them to put one of those video filters on my face so I look like Tom Hanks or Brad Pitt, but they said that that was impossible to achieve with the material they had to work with. So here we are. Stuck with me.
Well, you mean in the days of deep fake? You can't do that now?
They're not able to deep fake me into anything that looks human. So here I am. What can we do? I'm stuck with what I am. What can I say?
Next year.
Well, another year older almost, and we're having a great year so far. I'm looking forward to seeing. We just saw some of our friends that came by today here at the office.
Look at the MR1, of course. Yes.
Yeah, and they saw the MR1, yeah. And so we hope to see you at Expona. We hope to see some of you up in Montreal. Take a look at the MR1. If you're looking for some factory renewed gear, get on top of that. Any other business, Lonnie, you want to talk about? Back in the lab?
No, there's nothing he can talk
I was
about
going to say,
yet.
we're not yet. We're not there yet.
More to come, guys.
There's a
Yeah,
lot.
we've got a lot of
going on.
products we're releasing in 2023.
Yep.
Exciting year.
Yes.
So many.
Yes.
And we'll be selling direct into Europe. That was my other point I wanted to make.
Oh, I completely, that just.
Well, I always sidetrack the conversations, honey.
Yep,
Talk about
escaped
Europe
me.
before we sign off.
Yeah. So, we are shipping directly for 13 European countries starting in March.
Right. So we will be buying, you'll be shipping or buying directly from Emotiva.
Directly from Emotiva, but we will
Ship from Europe.
ship from Europe.
And we have a fulfillment center there and a service center and tech support locally in Europe.
Yes, we've had the service center and the tech support for 2 years now, and so we got our VAT license, and we're waiting for our OSS number, and we've got product on the way to their warehouse. So
We will be shipping
yes,
shortly.
yes.
And of course, we'll let you all know when that happens.
yeah, But
You'll
it's very
buy it just like
exciting.
you're buying from us, except it'll be fulfilled and supported locally at our regular prices. No middlemen in there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's really exciting.
You won't have to pay for all the overseas shipments.
Right, exactly.
To get
And
it
if you
to
would
you.
have, in the unlikely event of a service, you just send it locally there.
Yeah,
just like you do it here.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. We're going to get that going in March, and we're really, that's taken a lot more work than we ever imagined to get all that put
Yeah,
together. But
yeah.
it's done now, and we'll be starting shortly. So I think that's about all we had for today. I want to wish everybody a very Merry New Year,
Yep.
or Happy New Year, I should say, not merry, but a very happy New Year. 2023 will be an interesting year, I'm sure.
Yep.
We got through 22 okay. 23 is starting off all right.
It's going to be
And I wish you all the very best, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of you this year at the shows and around Emotiva headquarters.